I went from being an elite multi-sport athlete in high school, graduating from a prestigious university in UC Berkeley, to then completely ruining that trajectory and going to work at an office 9 to 5 corporate job at an investment firm where every day was miserable. When the alarm went off, it felt like it was torture. Having to go into that office every day felt like I was checking myself into my own prison cell. And everywhere I looked in the office building, I saw people that I did not admire. That was not what I had planned for my life. So, a little over a year into that, I ended up leaving, but the way that I left was from a chance encounter at the gym. This was the most unhealthy I had ever been in my life, that year plus that I worked at the investment firm. And in the middle of that, I started to go, I need to get something together. I popped back into the gym and a chance encounter with a gal there where she said, "Hey, you should be a model." And I laughed because in my mind, modeling was runway, the high fashion, the weird outfits, and all that crazy stuff. That was the only thing that I knew of with modeling. She schooled me real quick, told me there was a bunch of different styles or genres of modeling, different categories, and I locked on sports or fitness modeling. So I gave myself the next 6 months. I got my body back in shape with a goal. My mission was to sign with an agency and then start the whole modeling thing and see what that was about. It worked out. The first booking that I had, I lucked out booking Nike, and that one day, 8 hours of work, paid me more than a full week of work at the office job, which I hated anyway. And I loved the work on set. I loved the photo shoot. So this unlocked something for me. I realized my earning potential is way different from what I had imagined as a recent college grad. And the level of enjoyment with work was wildly different in the eyes of looking at work in different spaces rather than the corporate go there and get that nice cushy job with all the great benefits and all that stuff. But then I was left with, how do I actually make a living doing this? And how do you continue to do that? And we're going to get into that. One of the most important aspects of that is your portfolio. So we're going to talk today about the 4-step portfolio prep, where if you get this right, this is going to change your experience in the modeling world. Now, the average career length of a model is only a year and a half long. I've been in this for over a decade, and the portfolio is one of the big aspects of what's been allowing me to live this lifestyle where I feel a lot more free. I can work when I want to or not work when I want to and travel the world. I've been able to see so many different countries because of this lifestyle and this career path that I've gone. So, 4-step portfolio prep. Number one, choose your market. So, as I said, there's so many different types of modeling that if you don't get this right, you're going to be banging your head up against the wrong wall. You don't want to try to climb a ladder, right? Like the corporate ladder. So many people try to climb that corporate ladder, but then they get to the top of the ladder to realize, oh, this the whole time the ladder was up against the wrong building or the wrong thing I should have been climbing. So you want to get your market right. First of all, make sure that you nail your category. Whatever type of modeling you start to pursue that you get into, make sure that you are actually a good fit for it. Don't try to force a square peg into a round peg hole, so to speak, right? Make sure that your category is a good fit for you. You also want to realize that the pool of people that get chosen from, right? There's a pool of people. When someone's looking to book a model, they're looking in a specific pool, in a specific area where that model type, that model category tends to live. They tend to exist in this space. So you want to make sure that not only do you pick a category that fits for you, but you want to make sure that you're in the right pool. In this case, it would be an agency. If you're a high fashion type model, but you end up signing with a lifestyle agency, that's not going to work that well for you for your booking, your payout, and things on that path for you for your career. And next, you want to make sure that you have presence. You want to make it as easy as possible for someone that wants to book a model that looks like you with your skill set, with your attributes. You want to make it as easy as possible for them to find you. So you have to make sure you have your presence known. That is key. And the portfolio is the way to do that. That's one key way to do that. There's multiple ways, but this is one of the most important ways to do that. Make sure your presence is felt in the way that your portfolio is structured and positioned. Next, step 2 is show your range. A portfolio does the job of marketing and selling yourself without you having to physically do that every single time someone is interested in booking you. So you want your portfolio to show your range. You want to show different styles, different settings in the images that you have living in your portfolio. The diversity of your photos is key. You want to make sure that you can hit over here and over here for what is true to you, right? Be real to you. Show who you actually are, not trying to present yourself in some way that you think people might really want to book or people might want to work with as a model. Show the real you, but show it in a full spectrum of who you are. The wild things, the subtle things, capture that in your portfolio and make sure that you show all of you inside your portfolio. That's going to work wonders for you as people are looking to book a model that has some of the attributes or all of the attributes that you specifically carry. Every person's different. No two models either look the same and have the exact same interests, skills, hobbies. It's like taking identical twins. Everybody that's known an identical twin, it's rare that you would find identical twins, if ever. I don't even know of a case where they have the exact same hobbies. Usually, even if they look the exact same, they still have different interests. You want to make sure that your portfolio, the imagery in your portfolio, shows your range of interest, your skill sets, and your hobbies. Next up, you need to have pro photos. Now, you can start out with some things like I started out with horrible photos that I shot myself and they were really bad, but it was enough and I structured it in such a way that it worked out for the images were bad, but they showed what needed to be showed in my range and the skill sets and the things that I took photos of that I presented in this very horrible portfolio that I structured. You want to make sure that your photos are going to be able to compete against the next people who have the same or similar interests. So if somebody is booking, let's say, yoga, you want to have professional images taken of you that present yourself in a really powerful way, right? If you're going to compete against the next person and you have the same skill set, the person that wins out is usually going to be the one that has a better quality image. If you have the same skill set as the next person that might book this job, the one that's likely to book it is the one that has better quality image of them doing that thing. So you want pro photos. You could start out early. That's okay. If you're barely just getting started, to go and shoot it on your cell phone or have a friend take photos or whatever. That's okay to get you started, just taking that action. But if you really want to compete and you want to start making money modeling, you need to have some professional photos snapped. The thing a photographer does, this is an image on the bottom of the image here, is my photographer friend, a dear friend of mine, Dave Salafia. He's an incredible photographer, sports action. He snaps some of the most incredible images you'll see of any brand, large, far and wide, the top brands around the world. And he gets paid a significant amount to travel the world and do what he does as an expert. What he does when we come together to shoot is he's able to see the trends of the biggest brands, of the biggest companies, the biggest clients that I would ever work for. He knows kind of what they're looking for before I know what they're looking for. So working with a professional photographer, you're going to be able to collaborate with them and see what are the trends that are approaching, where is this going, and can we capture some images now that are going to be visible to potential clients before everybody else catches on to the trend. So that's something else that a professional photographer is going to do. You want to make sure you have killer photos, and a professional expert photographer like Dave Salafia is going to be able to help you do that. It's a major key for your portfolio. Step 4, the last step, the 4-step portfolio prep: pick, package, and present. Once you have some stellar photos taken, you want to pick your selects. The selects these are the top photos from the photo shoot that we shot, right? If I have the same exact outfit on and we shot a bunch of images, the select is the #1 photo of that outfit, of that scene, of that setting. Get your selects all together, and then you have to put it together and package it, right? So you've got them picked, but you still have to package it well. You package it well, the layout, the way that you structure it is going to have an impact. It's not good enough to just have excellent photos if they're in a jumbled mess, or if they don't really present themselves in a crisp or a clean way that's captivating to an agent or to a client. So you want to make sure that your layout is really great. It's gripping the way that you arrange it, and it's clean. That's something you want. And then lastly is present. You want to sign with an agency, or maybe you're already with an agency, but you want to sign the next contract for your next booking. Everything has to be presented. It has to be delivered in a clean, powerful, professional way. Because once you have those killer photos taken and you have the selects laid out in a very clean, professional way, the delivery of that, the way that you present this, that's going to be the deal maker or the deal breaker, because it takes somebody very professional and skilled to be able to put together a package that tells and communicates that I am professional and I am skilled. Enough so that the agency or the client says, we're going to put our trust in this individual. We're going to back them. We're going to sign them. Let's get to work with them. That's what you want. That's what you want your portfolio to do for you. And that's exactly what your portfolio should do for you. Now, that's the 4-step portfolio prep. What's next? Well, now that you know the 4 steps, you can go and execute those. Go and make that happen. The 4 steps, get straight to them and get your portfolio together and get it picked and presented and packaged well and delivered well. But if you want to make money faster, maybe you're like, that's great, but I really want to get into this. If you want to do that, the best thing you could do is set up a call with me, and it's completely free to you, but I will help you get an actual custom action plan set up for you, something that is tailored to you, to what your needs are, and helping you to get everything going so that you can get agency signed or get making money faster. Make that first $1,000 or more faster than if you were to try to go this alone. Trust me, I did that for the first many years. I tried to navigate this industry on my own, and there were a lot of things that they weren't very clear to me. And if they were clear to me earlier on, I would have avoided a lot of pain along the way, a lot of errors or mistakes made, and I would have had a lot more success early on. If that's you, if you want to get to that faster, set up a call. It's completely free to you. I'm going to help you get crystal clear on the plan, and we're going to get you booked and making that first bit of money a lot faster than if you went on your own. So that's it for now. I hope to see you soon. I can't wait to talk and help you through this.